Hi, my name is KylieKyubi, and this is Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. I am joined with Tacoz.
Hi everybody, Tacoz here. First time doing commentary for Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Glad to be here.
Yep, so right before we start the run, I wanted to point out a couple pretty major firsts for this. So this is the first time that Crash Bandicoot 4 has been in an in-person GDQ main event. The only other time it was in was during the online SGDQ 2021. This is the first time that this category is being shown because this category is brand new. We set it up a couple months ago. And this is my 10th GDQ event that I've attended, and this is my first run at a GDQ.
Give it up for Kylie, everybody.
So, much like the game, I would like to say it's about time. And with that, I know there's a bid war for Crash versus Coco. The first two levels in the game, I have to play as Crash, so you actually have until the end of the second level to get your bids in for that. But with that, I will count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so while this is loading in, I guess we can explain why we made this category. So right off the bat, when Crash 4 came out, we found a couple pretty cool skips in a few levels, but it was like, just a few levels. So most of the run was still pretty movement heavy. And fast forward 5.5 years, which is very weird to say, now there are out-of-bounds skips in 11 of the game's 29 levels. So we thought it would be cool to have a category that is a bit more like the classic Any %, which it doesn't have like all of the same beats as the old Any %, but it's pretty similar.
To go more in depth into that, I guess everyone's going to be doing the wheeze on the rail section. I think this is going to be the trend, so I'm about it. So to go more further into detail on the levels, a lot of them are very, very game-breaking, so we kind of made this as a kind of a new entry barrier for those who are interested in Crash Bandicoot It's About Time as a speed category, and without having to go through all the extraneous effort of learning the very complicated skips, as Kylie was mentioning earlier.
The skips are really cool, but they definitely do add like a barrier gap for learning the run. So this is definitely a very good starting point if you are interested in learning this game. While we're going through this level and the next one, it would probably be a good time to explain the movement tech if you'd like to, Tacoz.
Yeah, absolutely. So much like the Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3, you have a double jump and a slide, but you get them early on, as early as just starting the game. So the way that the slide jump and the slide spin mechanics here are much different. As you can see, Kylie is just chaining them consecutively without any cooldown. So that's the first difference here. And the second difference is something that we'll be showing a little bit later called Coyote Time, which is basically when you slide off of a cliff, like Looney Tunes. You kind of just have like the Wile E. Coyote just kind of stays in the air for a little bit before catching a jump. And yeah, you'll be seeing it here and possibly in this level and much later in the run.
All right, looking good here. I might be a little slow for this.
Yeah, one thing I also want to mention is a lot of things that to consider for running this category in Any % is to keep track of certain cycles. This level is a perfect example of it because there's you have to wait for the ropes to kind of catch you there. Otherwise, you're just kind of a sitting duck.
Yeah, cycles are a pretty big part of many games in the Crash series. If you play any of the PS1 games, they mainly operate on global cycles, which means they're running while the game is running and not paused. Crash 4 is mostly proximity-based, where they just start moving when you get near them. So at the beginning there, before the first rope, I kind of stayed back a little bit, and that was just to stop later ropes in the level from triggering too early. So it did let me catch a pretty good cycle there.
Yeah.
So this is a chase section, a Crash Bandicoot staple. At the end of this is the end of the second level, so this is about where we have to close the bid war.
Ready for that?
Yep.
All right. In first place with $470 race MSF, it's Coco.
Perfect.
All according to plan, says Kylie.
I have never done a full game playthrough of this game with Crash, and I am glad I don't have to today.
Yeah. Sorry, Crash lovers. Maybe another time.
Crash is cool. If it's any consolation, every other mainline Crash Bandicoot game, you play as Crash either because you don't have the choice or because he's faster than Coco. So
yeah, let Coco have the spotlight for this time. I agree.
All right. So the world map is very similar to Crash 1, where it's level by level. There's no warp room. So there's no, routing around levels or anything. It's just going from point A to point B. So I will switch to Coco right here. I'm also going to put on the Totally Tubular skin because it looks very cool and it only loses 2 seconds to do so. And then we can actually, from the level stats menu, which you can bring up by just pressing the center pad, you can skip actually moving on the map and just menu to the next level. So that is what we're doing. And this is the first level that has a quantum mask, which is basically just this game's gimmick. So in lieu of power-ups from Crash 3, they just give you quantum mask powers, which you have temporarily through levels. This first one is Lonnie Loli. His quantum mask power is phase shifting, so you'll notice that I'll press a button and things will phase in or out of reality. It's pretty neat. As far as speed tech goes, it doesn't really seem that it's not that flashy or anything. The other 3 quantum masks will be a lot more just wild in how we use them in the run.
And as the crowd has already caught on, the thing that this game has, opposed to other Crash games, the introduction of these rail sections here. So pretty much like auto-scrollers that basically just like limits your movement to moving left, right, jumping, and catching all those pesky crates that are hidden.
Yep, they do add a decent amount of just like break time, just because anybody who's played this game, this is a very breakneck-paced game with a lot going on, and even in any percent and in no oob, it can be pretty draining to just fly through this game. So I appreciate the rails whenever I see them.
Yeah, it's like one of the things that just gives you a breath of relief. It's like, okay, cool, I can actually like think about what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah, another thing we should definitely bring up is the Aku Aku mask. So much like every other Crash game, having an Aku Aku mask gives you an extra hit point. You may notice that I'm quite liberally damage abusing and just using the masks freely instead of trying to conserve them. Crash 4 is different from the older Crash games where you actually cannot carry masks into future levels from the level you're in. So even if I left this level with 2 masks, I would have 0 going into the next one. So it's just better to use them where you can instead of just trying to conserve them.
And I guess just to explain a little bit of the lore in this game. Yeah, believe it or not, this actually does have a story.
It's actually like maybe the most like well-crafted story in any Crash game.
Yeah, so basically, you know, Neo Cortex, this literally follows like the day, like not the day after, but as Cortex actually has in the cutscene, like has tally marks. It was 23 years, I think it was after the 3rd game.
Yeah, so at the end of the 3rd game, Cortex, Entropy, and Uka Uka are trapped in a time prison, and
yeah, I appreciate.
There's gonna be a lot of wheezed. Yeah, so they're trapped in a time prison, and they escape by just waiting it out. So they were babies in the time prison, and then they just grew back up into adults and waited for the time prison to just let them free. And now they're back, and they're destroying the space-time continuum. So Crash and Coco have to stop them, basically.
And that's the plot.
All right, cool. I got that. That's a surprisingly tight damage abuse cycle you can get there. If I had to double jump at all, I would have had to wait for the second spike ball that was jumping up and down. The iframes you have for taking a hit in this game are a lot shorter than in older Crash games. So like I have maybe at most a second after taking a hit to just like shrug things off before I'll start taking damage again.
And again, like the reason why like we really want to try and burn as many masks as we can is because of the fact that we can't carry them over to the next level.
Yep. So this is Hit the Road. This is actually the first level that is dramatically different between no oob and any percent. This level has a pretty big skip in it that is also quite notoriously a run killer because you only have 1 shot at it, but of course it involves going out of bounds, so we won't be doing it. We should probably explain how we defined out of bounds. It's pretty common sense. It's just if you are clearly bypassing a death trigger or an invisible wall that you're not supposed to, and it's like keeping you in bounds, that would be going out of bounds. We also have 2 rules for a quantum mask that's pretty relevant in the back half of the run, which is if you go too high above or below like the playing area, so like if you go really high up above like the ceiling or really low below the floor, that's out of bounds. And then there's one particular level in the end game where we had to make a specific rule for what was out of bounds just because it was kind of hazy.
Just want to point out that little elevator jump right there. I love that tech.
Yeah.
We don't see that in the regular any percent, sadly.
Yeah, we see it in all clear gems in 106%, but that got routed out of any percent when we found the skip for it. But yeah, so this next part coming up is a multi-part chase with a ball that's kind of reminiscent to the ball levels from the Wrath of Cortex. But otherwise, it's basically an auto-scroller, and it is preceding a boss fight that does have a trick that I want to explain, so this is a good time to just have some donations.
You got it. I've got a big donation here because I've got from the Yeti $10,000.
Oh, nice.
Hey y'all, Yeti here. You know those cool tees you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. We have a full collection of tees with hand-picked artist-made designs available all week as part of our SGDQ 2026 collection. And each tee purchase helps to raise money for Doctors Without Borders. Head over to theyeti.com during the event to help make a difference and bring home a piece of SGDQ all week long. Thank you so much to the Yeti, y'all. Got time for some more?
Yeah, plenty more.
Maybe one or two.
You got it. I've got... Oh, wow. There's lots of folks from our community chiming in. $5 from TJ who says, good luck with the run, Kylie. I wish I could be there in person to watch, but I'm also happy to watch and support at home. Much love, and we'll get to hand out again sometime soon. Less than 3.
Miss it, TJ. All right, yeah, so we're coming up to the end of this level, and the next level is the first boss fight with Engine. This fight actually does have a skip that's not out of bounds, so it is allowed in this run. It's a really complicated and difficult skip with a lot of steps, so I'm gonna try my best to just go through every step to make sure everybody in the audience understands it. So we will be getting right up to that now.
Yeah, no pressure. Just doing it on the big stage of GDQ is all.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the hardest things in all of gaming.
You got this.
All right, so this is stage dive. And the gimmick here is that we have to destroy the amplifiers because apparently Engine became a Guitar Hero fan after Crash 3. So we have to hit him and then he'll start flinging more enemies at us, but we can skip that and it's very difficult. So step 1, you slide spin him. And that's the skip. It's the easiest thing ever.
Yeah, it really is. So a bit, I guess a bit to go more into detail on why that happens is if you hit Engine at a certain angle, when you're not supposed to be standing in between those drums, by the way. You're supposed to just bounce and then hit him smack right in the face. But because you're just standing on that specific angle, you're not expected to hit with a slide or a spin. So doing both at the same time, the game is I guess we just go to the next phase?
Yeah, for some reason, just the slide, the double hit just into the game registers, oh, you did the attacking phase already. So you can just go right to the next phase. And it turns what is probably a multi-minute fight into 70 seconds. Yeah, and that was stage dive.
There it is.
There actually is another version of that skip that is faster but much harder. It is currently not allowed in No Oob because it does involve jumping around that firewall he produces, which you're not supposed to be able to do. It also is significantly harder, so it ruins the bit. So I kind of just didn't want to do it.
More specifically, it ruins the bit. That's why we don't allow it.
All right, so this is the start of the Pirate Hub, which is personally probably my favorite. I just am a sucker for anything pirate themed.
Yeah, this level is pretty simple. It's mainly just some media platforming, the stuff that we're already pretty much used to. And of course, the chat loves, and the crowd loves the rail sector, so here you go.
Yep. Otherwise, this is a pretty straightforward level, so you could throw in a few more donations.
You got it. $5 from Marathon Man who says, me. Oh, sorry, almost fell asleep again. Hi, Kylie. Good luck with the run. Happy and proud of you for finally getting the chance to showcase this game to people on the GDQ stage. I'm sorry I'm not there to fall asleep in the crowd while somehow still applauding you on this time. So this donation will have to do. Thanks for being such an amazing friend. I hope you're having a blast.
Thank you, Nick. you can do more donations.
Yeah.
$100 from Jimmy the Benui who says, let's go, Kylie. I'm so happy to see you up on the big stage. Colin D, Boggle.
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 Thanks, Jamie. You can do more for the rest of this level.
Okay, got it. We got more time. Awesome. $25 from 8VA, who says, congratulations to Kylie on your first mainline GDQ run. So proud of you. You've been such a great friend throughout the years, and this run getting in makes being here live so special. Good luck, and remember, 4 cats.
4 cats. Shout out to AVA. He ran Wii Music at last SGDQ and shouted me out during it. So.
Oh, that's nice.
I've also got $25 from Tornite, who says, so thrilled to see you on the stage. You worked so hard to get here, and you're going to do awesome. Preferably as Coco.
All right. So next level is the first level where we'll be playing as an alternate character. So it's going to play up like this mysterious character, and we don't know who she is, and the subtitles say question mark, question mark, question mark, which would be really mysterious if they didn't reveal beforehand that it's Tana. But right before that, we have a little mini skip right here that hopefully I don't mess up.
Nice.
That saves 3 seconds, but it is the coolest thing ever, so I simply have to do it.
Yep. And it is inbound, so we allow it.
Yeah, so this is an alternate universe version of Tana from Crash 1. She plays a lot simpler compared to Crash and Coco. I think, honestly, the best comparison is if you've played Crash Twinsanity. She's very similar to Nina. She has just a basic kick and a grapple. I'm going to skip this elevator right here just because they let you do that. So the only real thing to note with Tana is that anything that's not running or single jumping does slow her down very slightly, and that's basically the only thing I have to keep in mind is to only do that as necessary. But you can also do like little cool things like skipping some of these platforms that she's supposed to wall jump off of. So even though she's very, I guess, basic and straightforward compared to Crash and Coco, there's still some tech you can do in her levels.
Yeah, but I have my personal gripes with this character for things unrelated to the character. But
Yeah. Sometimes the grapple doesn't work, but it's not too bad in any percent. It's more in completion where it can get a little aggravating.
Eyes on target.
And hey, look, it's Crash and Coco. Wonder how that happened.
Yep, they don't even really explain it in game. They just kind of get caught at the start of the level, and Tana frees them.
They gotta give it a reason to like just let you play as Tana.
Yep. All right, so the next level is Jetboard Jetty. This is personally one of my favorite levels in the run because it has probably my favorite skip, and it's a skip that we really wanted to find in the first 6 months of the game's release, to the point that I actually put up a bounty for it. And just after several people labbing it out, we finally pieced it together. But it's in the back part of the level, so we got to get through this first.
Yeah, we can get a little more into detail once we get to it.
Yep. So I'm going to catch this rope, and then there's another rope cycle I'm going to try and catch up here. It's a little tight, but it's not too bad. I got to slide under this, and then there we go.
Very nice. Smooth moves.
Yeah, and then if the level's title didn't tip you off, this does bring back the jetboard from Crash 2. It turns a bit differently compared to Crash 2. You kind of more hold the analog stick forward and just kind of arc, as opposed to doing hard lefts and hard rights. This side-scrolling section is actually, there's a lot of neat things you can do to get through it quickly. I'm gonna get this mask, which is gonna help me do a damage abuse to get through it early. And then, so it's like about right here, hopefully. Yep, so right here. That's some suspicious thing going on in the background there. All right, so I'm actually gonna drop to 30 FPS for this.
Yeah, so this is the back half of the level that Kylie was referring to.
So I do need to focus here because I'm looking for an audio cue. There it is.
Nice.
All right, we're not out of the clear yet. So I am in zombie mode. So the game, we paused on the exact frame that we died. So the game thinks we're dead. And that means if I fall down here, we are going to go into the abyss, just like I almost did there.
Yeah. That was a little scary.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to have Lonnie Loli here, and he's just not showing up because, again, the game thinks I'm dead. So you got to do all this platforming that you're supposed to do with Lonnie Loli, without Lonnie Loli. And then I have to get through this. Fortunately, we now are able to walk on water.
Yeah, you know, we're dead. We don't need a jetboard.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is very much like, if anyone's played Twin Sanity, zombie mode basically functions the same way in here.
Yeah, anything that is supposed to kill us simply will not. And then right here, this is supposed to be the start of a mini-boss with the sea monster we saw in the background named Luis. She just doesn't show up. Her hitbox is still there, which is what I'm jumping around, but she doesn't show up, so we can just walk around her, and that is Luis skip.
That is Luis skip.
That was the holy grail skip that we were looking for in the first 6 months, and that's actually the second version of the skip. The original version, which was found by Supersphere, involved doing that zombie glitch in the Luis boss fight, and then you would just float behind her. And then I don't remember who found the version 2, but setting it up earlier just lets you slide spin through the entire last jetboard section, which is really nice.
Here's my personal favorite hub. I love the Embryo world here.
Yeah, so this hub introduces the second quantum mask, which is Akano. So if you're familiar with the Death Tornado Spin from Crash 3, this is basically that, but super powered. And it just lets us fly through this, and there's a lot of neat momentum stuff you can do, where if you chain one of your other movement options into Akano, you can kind of carry more momentum than you're supposed to. And we'll be seeing a lot of that. You don't want to constantly stay in Akano, though, because movement while you are using him is slower. So we kind of just use them only as necessary.
One thing that we haven't mentioned is that these little cutscenes that show where it's like Crash or Coco kind of looking to the camera and be like, huh, why did that happen? So this game has alternate timeline levels where you do get to play as like alternate characters such as Tana, who we saw earlier. But those are extra. We actually don't need those in the 100% category.
Yeah, we can skip all of them. And there was an example of using the momentum preservation of Akano to skip a platform that we're not really supposed to. But if you just do Akano right after a slide jump, then you just go a little further than the devs probably intended.
Yeah, as we come to the tail end section here, pretty much straightforward, just kind of just slide spinning, jumping, using the Akano boost.
Yeah.
And I think we have a time for like one donation here.
Yeah, a couple. The next level is pretty straightforward as well, so.
You got it. I've got $200 from Noctanda, who says, Crash Bandicoot and Banjo-Kazooie were my childhood, and I'm so happy to see them back to back. Good luck to all the runners, and let's hit those incentives. Thank you for that, and thank you for mentioning the incentive. That's right, we're just under $2,000 away from that glitch exhibition for Banjo-Tooie. So folks, that run is right after this one. If you want to see more Banjo-Tooie and more GDQ, now is a perfect time to donate. gdq.gg/donate, and remember to apply your donation to that incentive.
We can probably fit in 1 or 2 more donations.
Yeah, you got it. $25 from RU Beetle, who says, we had to wait 3 days for this run. 3 days! Good luck on the run, Kylie.
Thanks, Beetle. You can do another one.
One more here, yeah.
Yeah, $10 from Arctic Finley, who says, wanted to make sure I donated during the run of one of my favorite runners. Been excited for this run all day long. Plus, donating to a wonderful cause is always great. Good luck on the run, Kylie. Oh, and Seeking.
So this is Dragon On. This is a level that I think just has some really cool platforming. This is also, we're coming up to a spot that is a showcase of how funny this game can be, just right about here.
Yeah, once we hit this checkpoint.
Sometimes I think you're my only friend. And then I realize, no, that's right.
I laughed so much the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
Poor Brio. Brio needs a hug.
Yeah. Sadly, we don't hear that in the actual any percent category because there is a little corner that we cut. But since this is no out of bounds, we forego it.
Yeah. The rest of this level again is still pretty straightforward, so we can fit in a few more donations.
I've got $20 from Mario Kart Money, who says, I can't believe I get to donate during a KylieKyubi GDQ run. It feels like just yesterday you were offhandedly talking about how you were interested in speedrunning the Crash games and wanted to take it more seriously. And look where you are now. I'm so unbelievably proud of you, my friend. And I know everyone from Southern Maryland is sending their love. Once a Mega Driver, always a Mega Driver. Best of luck on the rest of the run. And don't forget, Seeking, oil paintings, Seeking.
Everybody knows how much I love that YouTube poop.
Okay, so I guess I could talk a little bit about off balance here. So off balance is one of the most notorious levels in the regular any percent category because it has a really, really awesome skip that lets you just go straight to the end on the latter third of the level. But here is actually something that I didn't know until recently. There is actually a cycle that we could do. Instead of using the economass to jump across, we actually can just do a quick cycle, which you'll see later in the level.
Yeah. So this cycle we can't wait for, so I kind of just like spin in place there.
Yeah, quick maneuvering over here. We're gonna grab this economask and just kind of hop over these platforms. So I never realized there was actually a platform in that back left over there.
Yeah.
You always just go around it.
Yeah, you just don't need it at all.
It really goes to show like how crazy busted the quantum masks are.
Yeah, it's funny because there isn't really a way of like glitched movement tech compared to the PS1 games or the Insane trilogy, and it's really just making the most out of the kit the developers gave you, and it's still just like such a good kit for speedrunning.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm actually jumping over a mass trigger here, which you don't really need to do, but it makes this section look quite a bit cooler. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you, to explain a little bit, so if you go off the walls while Akano is spinning, you get this really speed boost jump going onto this platform.
All right, this is the cycle Tacoz was talking about, so I gotta lock in here. I Death Abuse to set the cycle up.
All right, let's get it.
Nice.
Nice, you got it. That was clean.
Yeah. That is like, it's not too bad once you know what you're doing, but it is very tight in just like the timing, and then you can just slide under that fire there.
That I also learned today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, basically this is the end of the level, and we're about to approach our second boss fight of the game.
Yep. So the next boss fight is against Brio, who is from Crash 1. And if you remember his boss fight from that game, it's basically the same idea. They do fit the economask into it, though. But most of this is pretty straightforward. So you can read some donations here.
You got it. $20 from a digital cow. Yay, Crash! Crash Bandicoot was one of the first games I rented as a small bab. So happy to see it on the main stage and being played for a great cause. Throwing my donut in for Crash. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was my best Crash impression. I apologize.
It was very good.
Thank you.
All right.
Wait, right here. Gelatinous fiddlesticks.
Gelatinous fiddlesticks.
I don't think I've ever actually heard him say gelatinous puppets.
Yeah, we're just too fast.
Yeah. All right, you can do some more donations.
$10 from Daniel says, yaha. And $50 from Bookworm42 says, insert Snoopy dance here. Thank y'all so much for your donations. We're still chugging along for that glitch exhibition for Banjo-Tooie coming up next. We're about a little over $1,500 away, so folks, gdq.gg/donate. Make sure to apply your donations towards that incentive, and we'll see it met.
Yeah, so in this phase, we have to push Brio off the ledge with Akano. There's this weird quirk, and I don't even know why it happens, but if you push him to the ledge and then immediately phase out of Akano, he just gets pushed again. And I'm not sure why it happens, but it does, so we make use of it.
Yeah, I discovered that by accident.
So did I.
Yeah.
I think we just both found it separately. And then just one more phase here. The movement I do here is just to make sure he is exactly in the position I want him to be. There we go.
And that was Brio.
Yep.
All right, and coming up, we have one of the coolest aesthetically designed levels in the game.
It's also the hardest level in the run, in my opinion.
And also the reason why this game's completion is a complete nightmare, thanks to Brio giving us inverted gems. Thanks for that, Brio.
Yeah, this is where you unlock the inverted levels. Crash 4 is kind of notorious for how difficult it is to 106%, and I would say the inverted levels are a big portion of that. But any percent is still very cool. So yeah, this might be the most cycle heavy level, and the cycles also operate on a different like system than all the other ones. So the cycles in this level are actually tied to the music, which is really cool, but it also means if you mess something up, you probably lose several seconds. So it's just honestly just hoping everything goes well. It did not go well there.
Slight misstep, but we
fine.
bounce back. It's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of checkpoints that I'm going to be skipping, and normally in a marathon I'd be safe and like try to get them, but also if I do that, then I slow down, and then the rest of the level slows down. So once again, just hoping nothing goes wrong. Yeah, aesthetically though, this has to be one of the best levels in the game. Like the concept behind it is just so sick. Yep, and I can't even get that mask because it slows us down and then we don't catch that cycle. I got a little stuck there, it's fine.
Yeah, you can still make this.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't either, but we made it. Cool.
Yeah. So you can, if you go fast enough, you can catch this cycle while it's going up and it saves like 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's very hard to do though, so, you know,
Yeah.
marathon safety.
Also, I've always thought that these pink block platforms kind of look like the minions from Despicable Me, and now none of you can unsee that either.
Yeah, I didn't you didn't have to tell me that.
Everyone must share my pain. All right, so I think I'm...
Y'all popping in. We have met that glitch exhibition for Banjo-Tooie. Thank
Nice.
you all.
Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
$15,000 for that exhibition. Y'all blew it out of the water. Thank you so much.
So there was another cycle there I had to slow down for. There's some times where you just get stuck by just momentum, and it happened there, so I just missed a cycle.
I hear the
barely.
best rail section in the game. If you got dance emotes in the chat, might want to blow them out now.
Yep.
And also a good time for donations.
Can do. $250 from our Gamer 2009. Hello, KylieKyubi. You have been playing Crash for years, and now you have finally made it to the GDQ stage. Good luck on the run. You got this.
Thank you.
By the way, you can spin those skeletons.
Yeah. It makes these rel sections a lot easier to know that. There's one more here, so you can fit in another.
Yeah, go ahead.
$10 from Lily, who says, it's about time for some Crash 4. Let's go, Coco. Super excited to see one of my favorite games of all time. Good luck and trans rights. Lesson 3.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
I'm
love
just
this.
loving the
I
crowd.
love this so much.
This is fantastic.
Also, we got 1, 2, 3 crates in this level,
Nice.
which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming up to our second playable character, and this is, I think, a lot of people's favorite, and it's also mine.
My personal favorite as well.
So we get to play as soon as it loads.
Good old PC loads. At least we can get to it really quickly.
Yeah. We get to play as Dingodile.
Everybody loves Dingodile.
Yep. So in the time since Crash 3, Dingodile has retired from villainy, opened up a restaurant, and is a quote-unquote good guy. So, yeah.
Haven't really mentioned where he goes on the hero to villain scale here, but
Yeah.
he's here.
I apologize for Dingodile's foul language.
Yeah, thanks to Dingodile. This is the character that single-handedly raised the rating from E to E10.
Yeah. So there's a little cute like corner cut we can do here. You can just land on that sign. So Dingodile's whole thing is that he gets this hover with his vacuum that replaced his flamethrower. Otherwise, his kit's pretty straightforward, but I feel like there's so much more you can do with it than Tana's, and that's part of what makes it so fun. Like, you can just jump here.
So yeah, he traded his flamethrower for... Oh, that guy got smoked back there.
Yeah, the enemies can shoot each other by
Yeah, which
accident.
I find really funny. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, he trades his flamethrower for a little leaf blower.
Just getting that mask to be safe.
Yeah, just spinning all these bats away. And the good thing we grab these masks here is because we are going to use them to kind of do little damage abuse tricks here.
Yeah, so the second mask just makes it so that if I misstep and hit one of those nitros, then I don't die. But yeah.
Pretty much. So Dingodile, how do you think about all these lovely people here at GDQ?
Nice.
I agree.
Let's go, Dingodile. Yeah, the rest of this level is, again, pretty straightforward, so can fit a few more donations here. It's just cleverly using his kit to jump around the obstacles.
I'd like to remind everyone that in addition to going to gdq.gg/donate, you also don't have to leave the action here. If you're watching on Twitch, you can use the Twitch charity tool to donate to GDQ and MSF directly from Twitch. Make sure to authorize the Twitch extension within 15 minutes of your donation in order to be able to apply your donation to an incentive. Click the donate to charity button below the stream, and you can donate directly to MSF from there. Folks, let's see those donations roll in and supporting MSF and the great work they do.
Something we didn't really talk about is that, oh, nice camera.
Oh, camera.
It'll fix it.
Where are we going?
Here.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I guess I just dodged the camera trigger there.
That tripped me out.
Yeah, so something didn't really think about is that you actually either jump around or just spin all of the like mixers. You're supposed to throw the TNT barrels at those, but you can just hit them or just ignore them. And this is the only level that's like that. There's future levels that aren't in this run where you play as Dingodile, and there are obstacles like that, but you actually have to throw the TNT barrels at them. I'm just not sure why that's the only level where you can, but I'm grateful that you can.
Dingo's tail is just a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah. Dingo's tail is as strong as any TNT barrel. So this is Run It By You. I feel like this is the first level that people think of as like infamously difficult, which is justifiable. There is a couple jetboard sections here. This first one is just kind of squeezing through these cycles here. And then gonna squeeze through these nitro enemies here. Yeah. I think a lot of the environments in this game are just so on point. Like, the environments and the level design are just so well done in this game. It definitely has the feeling of like the classic Crash, but evolved. Even with how brutal the full completion can be, I still think this game is immensely fun.
I agree.
Yeah, so this jetport section here, we're kind of fighting the current, so I will try and use as many of the ramps I can to avoid that.
Yeah, so another cycle coming up here, so you could maybe catch it. Save, like, not that much time, but...
If I don't catch it, I'll probably just wait it out. That way I can keep this mask.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
That's good enough.
So coming up here is maybe my favorite NPC in this game, is this armadillo food truck cook. He makes a random noise when we approach the TNT wall, and I really hope he makes the noise that I find hilarious.
Yeah, let's hear it.
No, he didn't do it.
Okay, the next one. We'll see.
No, he doesn't do it here because we just break it too early.
Oh.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Yeah, there he is.
Okay.
So one of the noises he can make is that he'll just point at the TNT wall and go, eh.
Yeah,
And it's the funniest noise in the game, but he didn't grace us with it this time.
Oh.
But yeah, this section is just a short auto-scroller followed by another jetboard section, so we can fit in a few more donations.
You got it. $33.33 from Symphony, who says, "Hi, Kylie. I'm absolutely crushed that I can't be here in person to support you or combine our powers for maximum trans rights. Crushed, I tell you. But at least we have Dr. Deer, who will see me now."
Thank you, Symphony.
I also have $251 from Granny's Cookies. The Banjo-Kazooie games have a special place in my heart. My husband and I both grew up playing these games, and now we're getting to play them again with our nephews. Crossing my fingers for that Jiggy prize.
You can fit one more.
$25 from Atticus the Mythologist. This is, without a doubt, one of the most mesmerizing and engaging Bananoka 4 runs I've ever seen. All this movement flows so well, and Kylie's absolutely crushing every sequence. Good luck on the run, Kylie. And here's a little bit so we can see that Snoopy suit.
Thank you. So we're coming up to the next hub, and we are getting the third quantum mask, who is Kapunawashi, is the time freezing mask. It's going to get a little wild in this next level.
All right, then.
Yeah, so the next level is Snow Way Out. This is a level that I am immensely fond of because it's one of the 3 that was in the game's demo before they released it. So I'm quite familiar with it. It also looks nothing like it did when we did the demo, so.
Fundamentally nothing.
Yeah, so right here, I'm gonna grab the mask and immediately drop to 30 again. And I don't think I'm supposed to be doing this. I don't think I got the assignment on slowing down time.
Just a little King Crimson action for those JoJo fans in the audience. All right, very
yeah.
nice. Yeah, that was smooth.
Yep. So that went really well, but I still need to get this checkpoint.
Yeah.
So that is a tech that has two names. One is the Kapunawa tech, and the other is the name I came up with that I just think is a lot better, which is Time Warp. So basically, this game has two buttons that let you activate a mask power. It's by default R2 and triangle. And if you press them at the same time while you are using Kapunawa, for some reason, when you go immediately in and out of the time slow, it just warps you forward.
Yeah.
And it's more powerful the lower your frame rate is, which is why I dropped to 30 there.
Yeah, so the way that we found that out actually was on the Switch release of Crash 4, funny enough. So when they were using the time mask and they pressed both buttons at the same time, I believe, I'm forgetting who discovered it, but they pressed it at the same time and they're like, whoa, I'm like going super far forward. I'm not sure if this is supposed to happen. So when we tested it on the PC and lowered the frame rate down to 30, it was like, oh, yeah, we definitely zoomed with this tech. And
yeah, we knew about it when the game was just on PS4 and Xbox One. But again, like those versions usually like minimum you got 45 FPS. Ideally you were at 60. So the time warp was there, but it wasn't nearly as powerful, and you couldn't spam it the way I did at the beginning of the level. So it was one of those like this might have some use in the future, but right now it's not really like practical. And then once we got the 30 FPS option with PC, we kind of just labbed it out to be pretty nice when you like practice it out. Yeah. We aren't going to see it every time I use Kapunawa, just because if it's just a short section, it's not really worth it. But for those longer sections, like the beginning of Snow Way Out, it's definitely worth it. And we are going to see it here in this level, Stay Frosty. I like to call this level Stay Cursed because something always goes wrong here. So hopefully nothing goes wrong here.
Knock on wood.
So we're coming up to another one, and I will once again go down to 30 for this. You don't want to stay in 30 just because the movement is a lot more consistent the higher your frame rate is.
Yeah, let's see if the crowd can keep up with this. Good effort.
Oh, actually, I need to change the 120 here. This will matter for like 2 levels from now.
It's a surprise tool that we'll use later.
Yeah. Surprise tool that'll help us later. Yeah, so there might be something funny on this monitor coming up here. Oh, trans rights.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so Dr. Cortex might be an evil scientist, but he's certainly an ally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a file, just like it's just an MP4 file in like the game's folders that just has like one of Cortex. Stay cursed.
First death though.
Yeah, that is the first death actually. Yeah, so one of the video monitors of Cortex just watching you is just an MP4 file in the game's folders, so you can just change it to that. It technically invalidates this run, but also trans rights, so...
That's more important.
Yeah.
And the audience agrees.
Yeah, so this next level does have Kapunawa in it, but we won't be using the time warp just because the instances where you have her are so short that it's not really that useful. But we will see more time warp later in the run.
Yeah, this level is as straightforward as it goes. A lot of basic platforming here and there, and there's like a little trick that we could do to kind of do saves a couple of seconds. I'm not sure if we're gonna go for it, but in the meantime, we can throw in a donation or two while we get there.
You got it. $25 from Cap Draws, who says make Snoopy happen, and those $25 has gone towards our open incentive right now for the inflatable Snoopy costume for a run of Snoopy later on tomorrow morning. That's during Silly Block, and if records shows me right, I think that's the opening run of Silly Block. So, folks, if you want to kick off Silly Block on the best foot possible, please, we need to see that inflatable Snoopy costume. Apply your donation towards that incentive at gdq.gg/donates.
Here's Kapunawa here. See if we get this section. Nice. Yeah, you got this. That
like,
saves about a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's like the one use of Kapunawa in this level.
Yeah, so a fun little tidbit. I don't know if the audience recognizes, but when you slow down time with the Kapunawa mask now, you can actually just jump on nitro crates as if they were like regular bounce crates.
Yeah, that's one of the main gimmicks with the mask is that you're able to bounce on things that normally would insta-kill you. We kind of glossed over that because we did something a lot flashier.
Yeah. Anyways, hi, Polar.
Yeah, so if you played this game on release, you might remember this being absolutely miserable to try and break all the crates in. If you never tried it again after that, I'm happy to report they patched it to be very easy. So maybe might be worth giving this another shot.
Yeah.
But either way, in any percent, we don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, gone are the days where I missed that triple stack or the four stack because I hit 3 out of
3 of the 4. Now they make it so that if you just hit any one of the 4, it breaks all of them. And gone are the days are my split for this in all clear gems being called bears repeating and repeating and repeating.
About that.
All right. So.
Oh, hey, wait, there's Cortex. I think we didn't even mention that. Yeah.
He's just kind of there.
Yeah, we're chasing him, and he's just kind of throwing stuff at us.
Yeah. So we are actually coming up to the next boss fight, and there is actually quite a bit of tech in this next one that I'm really hoping I get. So I will definitely need to focus for that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then once we get through, we'll try our best to explain it. All right, give it your best weed. Whee! Nice.
All right, let's hopefully get this.
No pressure.
I've got 3 shots at it.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, so our third boss fight is with Cortex. And before we get to the fight, just check out his monitors. He trans writes. It changes them into
Ranitz? Trans right, yeah.
Ran GH, Ran Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he has deadly missiles.
Giant deadly missiles.
I don't know about you, but I think he needs to work on the deadly part of the deadly missiles.
Yeah, not much of a blast radius to that.
All right, this is the part where I need to focus.
Punchbot Mark II, deploy.
Nice.
All right, that's 1.
All right,
Okay.
that's 1. I need to get it again.
Okay.
Oh, Punchbot Mark II is for punching you, not me. No.
Neocortex as Robbie Rotten. Throw it at him, not me.
Look at this bot that I just found.
When I say go, get ready to blow.
All right. I don't think I got that one. That's fine. Okay, we got
1 out of 2 is good.
We got the 1.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
fine.
take the 1. All right, and then we're gonna switch back to Unlim here, and we'll take this death right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to go into a bit more of an explanation on what we just did there. So when the punchbot phases through Cortex like that, it actually registers as a hit, but because the punchbot the game didn't register it as actually being hit like on impact, so it kind of just spawns a duplicate punchbot, and we're gonna use that to skip about 7 or 8 seconds for the last phase here.
Yeah.
Come
on.
Yeah, so, see we good?
Trying to-
Yeah,
come
I'm
on.
trying to do a little visual glitch here, but
It's not working. All right.
yeah,
We'll
I
just
guess
crawl.
We'll just crawl around.
Whee! Yeah, we have to wait for his health bar to come back, because if I hit the punch bot too early, the fight will just soft lock.
It will soft lock, yeah.
I wonder what happened.
I
We
wonder
will-
what happened.
We will never know. So yeah, it skips an entire phase at that last bar because we had that duplicate punch bot up.
Yeah, ideally you get the double, like it's a double punch bot glitch where the punch bot just phases through his mech twice, and then you can skip the entire third phase also. But I messed up my timing on the second one.
1 out of 2 is still good though.
Yeah, it's still a good chunk of time save. Also, the setup for that, where I had it specifically at 120 FPS, I learned how to do that yesterday.
Literally yesterday, yeah, I was there watching and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that easy.
Yeah, before that it was kind of known to be sort of an RNG skip, but there's still some RNG to it because you have to react to where the punch bot is, but yeah. Whee!
Yeah. I'm glad they actually, the crowd actually made these rail sections like enjoyable because like, I would just be like
Yeah.
trying to find something to say while this is all happening. But you know what? Just relish in the moment.
This has been great.
I love it. I
Popping
can
up
just
those wheeze. Chat, let me know how excited y'all are. Let me see the wheeze in your donations. gdq.gg/donates.
Yeah, so I'm just,
Ooh, yeah, I gotta wait a little bit.
I took 1 more damage abuse than I was expecting. All right.
All right, there's gonna be a little
Yeah,
cycle here.
I'm gonna wait here. Normally I would catch this and I wouldn't have to wait there, but this is another section where I'm not bothering with the time warp just because the section with Kapunawa is so small.
Just the last like 2 or 3 seconds. Just like not worth menuing. All right, hands in the air. Very nice. All right.
It's still going.
I'm enjoying this.
I am too.
Okay, no weaves for the lefts and rights. Got it.
I don't know. That was pretty cool to me.
Yeah. Honestly, no, that'd be a little too much. But yeah, there it is. Blast of the Past. Very simple level there.
Yep. So the next level is the introduction of the fourth and final playable character, who is Cortex, actually. We kind of glossed over it in the plot, but after we...
There was a plot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did mention that, huh?
Yeah. So after you beat Cortex, he's just like, is this all there is forever? And then Entropy reveals that he was planning on betraying Cortex and just rebuilding the world in his image. So basically, Entropy is Thanos.
Would you say he was scheming behind his back?
Yeah. So yeah, now Cortex is on our side because we need to stop Entropy. So Cortex, actually, there's a bit of tech with him that we found like a few months ago. So much like how there's two mask power buttons, there's also two like dash/slide buttons. There's R1 and circle. And with Cortex, if you dash with one of them, that is not what I meant to do.
Yep.
All right, I might miss the cycle, but
They should get it.
oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you dash with one button, hold it down, jump, and then press the other one, even if you're in like above just no solid ground, you'll be able to get a second dash, which you're not supposed to be able to do. And very aptly, in honor of one of my favorite racing games, I called it the double dash.
3 for 3 on naming tech.
Yeah. So there was the time warp, there's the double dash, and way back during Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, I named the primary movement tech of Crash 3 the Mach Tornado, in honor of the best character in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Meta Knight. Yeah, so otherwise, Cortex is... I personally think Cortex is... Okay, that was me messing up.
That was...
That plant sometimes, like, even though you shoot him twice, he only registers one hit, so I thought that's what happened, but I guess I
thought so too, yeah.
But otherwise, I think Cortex is really fun. The dash, I just think, is really neat from a speedrun perspective. Otherwise, there's not too much left going at the end of this level, so we can fit in one donation.
I couldn't help but remember that you mentioned Smash at some point. I have $35 from Akashik who says, "Hey Kylie, Sheena here, and I can't believe my first ever GDQ roommate is finally on the main stage. One of my favorite memories of my first GDQ was listening to you explain the ins and outs of the different Crash games at length, and I always knew one day you'd make it here. Your journey has been inspirational. Good luck, go fast, and run another set in Smash Bros with me sometime this week."
Sounds good, thanks, Sheena. Fun fact, she and I met at CEO because I was playing Greninja in Smash 4, and she also played Greninja in Smash 4, and neither of us like Greninja in Ultimate.
Poor Frog.
Poor Frog. But yeah, this is Dino Dash. This was another one of the bonus, or one of the demo levels, so it's one I am quite familiar with. And there's more rail.
More rails. I'm never gonna get tired of it.
No, me either.
A little rave party action going on here with the Lonnie Loli mask because it's really all he's good for at this point.
Yep. The audience has made the rails far more entertaining than I ever could.
This is great. We love audience participation. How are you enjoying the run so far, folks? Yeah, there you go. Chat, also pop off in chat and your donations as well. We love to see it.
So I don't think that's the last we're gonna see of that T-Rex.
Probably not, no.
But there's just some side scrolling here with some cycles we can catch. Okay, you can land on that without a double jump, but the spacing's a bit precise. More rails.
There, yeah, he's back.
Oh, those are Triceratops.
Oh, I could have sworn I saw something. Oh,
there he is.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a good snapshot of like how strong the coyote time can be. I'm kind of just sliding over all these holes, which I've kind of just been doing the whole run, but I think it's very prominent in this level.
Yeah, that three hole skip on the Dino Heads is so satisfying to see.
Yeah, so this cycle is very brutal the first time you see it, but once you know what you're doing, you can very much, this is like just a section that really tests your knowledge of the coyote time. But yeah, no, you can just do that. And then also here with the Coyote time.
Yeah, you can really squeeze out the length of your slide spin as you're going off a ledge.
Yeah, it's very interesting because for the main movement, you kind of just want to very rapidly go from slide to spin. But when you're doing these Coyote time slides, you really want to extend the slide. So it's a difference in timing that you got to adapt to.
Yeah, we just sped right past that dino, like just absolutely crop dusted.
Yeah. All right, so that is the end of the dinosaur hub.
Yep.
And we are coming up to the next hub, Bermugula's Orbit, which is the space hub.
May I assist?
And we have now found the fourth and final quantum mask, Ika Ika. His power is anti-gravity. So there's going to be a lot more Wii.
Oh yeah, this is the character to say Wii for.
Funnily enough, though, not too much in this level. It's more so the 2 levels after.
Or this category, rather.
Yeah, if this was any percent, there's a huge skip at the very beginning of this level. We would be saying Wii for like 30 seconds straight.
Yeah, my lungs would give out.
But here it's pretty straightforward. Here, so some applications you can do with the anti-gravity, you can switch once, and then you can switch back. You can also use it to get out of an accidental body slam like I did just there. Also, if you have ever not been able to find the hidden gem in this level, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the more hard to find ones, I feel.
Where would I be without you, Kylie?
Didn't you race 106 with me?
Yeah, but I kind of gave up like a third of the way in.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
106 is hard.
It is.
Shoutouts to Cookie Naval. He's the record holder for both all clear gems and 106. His 106 time is like 6.5 hours. I don't know how he did that. I have like a 12-hour time in that category.
It's quite a long run.
Yeah. So more rail.
More real.
These ones have nitros.
Yeah, let's be careful with that.
Funny story with these nitros, the ones on the rails on the original release of the game used to bounce, and they could randomly bounce and just hit you, and there's nothing you could do about it. They fixed that in an update in this level. But there's an alternate timeline version of this level called Shipping Error, where they did not fix that, and the level doesn't have any masks. So in a 106 run, you can just lose several minutes to no fault of your own. But here's a little snapshot of what you can do with the anti-grav. You can just really extend your air time by just shifting to anti-grav and then shifting back. And then there is a really cool 2D section here. Let's see if I can get out of it completely unscathed.
All right, lock-in moment.
Or at least just take the one hit. That might be the best I've ever done that.
That was actually really good, yeah. Like, not even, like, you know, Aquamask not even needed there. That was actually really smooth. That was like a floor is lava moment right there.
Yeah, I think I've managed to do that without touching the ground one other time. It's deceptively hard. The enemies there are pretty perilous. And yeah, that was out for launch.
Very clean, very nice. Yeah, the regular any percent route, we kind of just take that mask and just kind of fly towards the end of the level. It doesn't look as exciting in a marathon setting as it
Yeah,
did
you
there.
can dodge the trigger where Ika gets taken away from you if you back up too far, and then you just fly to the end. But it would be a great opportunity for Wii if we did it.
Yeah, the sacrifices we must take.
Hey, where'd my card go?
Oh yeah. Oh.
I was trying to do a double slide there, and then I think I just let go of a button.
Yeah. Anybody remember nitrous oxide?
Yeah, we kind of glossed over to get...
Ooh, cycles.
Yeah, so flame crates are a bit obnoxious in this game where they kind of start their cycles like when the level begins and then never reset even if you die. So normally I don't have to deal with that, but there I had to. And then there's some neat...
Oh.
Okay.
Slide there. I didn't even know that was a hitbox.
Yeah. All right, so Ika, there's some cool like stuff you can do with the side panels here. If I do it right.
There you go.
Yeah, if you switch while you're... Okay, I'm going to wait this out.
Yeah,
I actually want this mask.
Okay. All right, this is a moment for Wii right here. Oh, like, very short, but...
There'll be more.
There'll be a later one, yeah.
But yeah, no, nitrous oxide is in this hub. We just don't really see him because we skip all the cutscenes.
Yep. There we go. You got it just in time, yeah.
I'm trying to catch a cycle here, so hopefully I can get it.
Should
Should be
good.
fine, yeah. Yeah, all right, nice. Yeah, that's why I skipped that one checkpoint, is because if you get it, that cycle becomes really tight. Oh, that guy hit me. What?
Interesting. All right, here's the room.
I've got a quick update whenever you have time.
Yeah, go for it.
Awesome. We have just opened up an incentive for Memoirs of Magic. That's a run coming up later tonight, early in the morning. That's to fight Typhon, the father of all monsters. If we meet this, Teddy Ross will fight Typhon, father of all monsters, after the Memoirs of Magic run. So folks, if you want to donate towards that, gdq.gg/donate, make sure to apply your donation towards that incentive. We need to meet $5,000 before that run starts to see that happen.
So that was a little rough, but it wasn't too bad. I think most of the deaths were short, thankfully.
Yeah, very, very close to the checkpoint, so nothing too...
Deaths in the late half of this game can get very brutal because the checkpoints slowly become few and far between. All right, so this is a lot of people's favorite level. It's a contender for me.
Yeah.
This is Crash Landed. Shoutouts to Snowgo and Crash 2 if you are familiar with that box formation.
Yep. Yeah, I really love how they just throw a lot of references to the old games, like from, most of them very Crash 2 related.
Yeah, there's a lot of like bonus rounds that have references to old ones, like the Jetboard Jetty bonus round is a reference to the Jaws of Darkness Cortex bonus from Crash 1. The Off Balance one is a reference to, I think, Sunset Vista? Yeah, but this is Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Everybody say hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
So, a story of how he got his name. So the species that Tim is Snurgle, but they didn't tell us this until like a few weeks after the game came out. And we were just like, this guy needs a name. And there was a runner named Sethrono who just said, he looks like a Tim. So we decided to name him Tim. And then at SGDQ 2021, when Jordy, who's actually currently the Spiral 120 world record holder for PS1, shout outs to him. He's also a legend at this game.
Shout out to Jordy.
He had a run for SGDQ 21 online, and he said this is Tim, and Merkaz, who is one of my best friends, I love him.
Hi, Tim.
Bye, Tim. He was like, don't call it Tim. Only Kylie called it Tim, and everybody in chat just started saying hi, Tim. So now he is forever Tim. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool movement you can do with Ika Ika and like the goop here, which kind of works like ice physics. And I wish you saw it in more levels, but this part right here, not if I do it like that though. Okay, so
try again.
If I do it correctly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Go. Yeah. You go.
All right, I gotta play this a little safe because I lost both my masks. Yeah. That triple mask is also the only triple mask in the entire any percent run, and I think it might.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. I think it might technically be faster to skip the third mask, but why would I do that?
Yeah. I mean, that is really the only opportunity you get triple mask because this level is very, very, very generous when it comes to giving you a Haku mask.
They give you a lot. Yeah, so this level in any percent actually got broken wide open a few years ago. We used the zombie glitch similar to Jetboard Jetty, and you use it to just fly to the end of the level, and you just don't really use Tim at all. And I don't know, why would you abandon Tim?
That's a selling point for getting people into playing any percent out of bounds category, because then
you get to see Tim.
You get to see Tim.
We love Tim.
Yeah, as we come up to the last leg of the level here, we could squeeze in a few donations.
You got it. $10 from Superstar Earth. Hi, Kylie. KylieBot waves hi back. So proud to see you on the main stage showcasing Coco and how talented you are. Kylie, what's your favorite day of the week?
That's a good question. Saturday is pretty good.
Saturday? Hey, I'm here for that. My favorite day happens to be Wednesday, which is the run that's happening right now. Today's Wednesday.
Very true.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Got time for some more?
Yeah, we can fit one more.
Got it. $50 from The Magic Man. Awesome to see precision platforming to such an extreme today. This run is no exception. Good luck on the rest of the Crash Bandicoot run. Keep on keeping on, everyone.
All All right, so even though Coco won the bid war, I feel like we got to give Crash a little bit of love just for this next boss fight.
Yes, please.
So we will be doing Crash just for this, and I promise there is a reason. All right, so we got to collect all of these Bumpa berries that are going on. This is a 1 minute long rail grind, so you can also fit like 1 or 2 donations here.
$25 from Doc, who says, hey, from Texas. So cool to watch this incredible time warping while I get ready for bed. I've always watched GDQ from YouTube videos, but I finally caught one live. So here's my first donation. Keep doing what y'all do. And also, whee! We've also got $30 from Bionic Fraud, who says, my reaction to this great Crash run? Woo! Might be getting better at that. I don't know. Whee!
We're getting there.
Okay, so there's a little funny like audio right here coming up.
Audio. Here we go.
Way out, way out, way out, way out, way out. All right, you can fit in one more.
Whee! Hey, I'm here for this. I have $50 from Carry the Hatch, who says, I see Snoopy incentive. I donate for a Snoopy incentive. Thank you so much for your donation. We are $3,500 towards our $25,000 cumulative for that inflatable Snoopy costume.
And there we go.
So, that's why I picked Crash. If you do this fight as Coco, it says yeah instead. It still shows like super deformed PS1 Coco models. But the first time I saw that, I was playing as Coco and got very confused until someone explained to me that it's supposed to be the Woe meme. So I just figured it was best to use Crash here.
That's really the only reason why we chose Crash in this section.
Yeah, so this is like more so a platformer than it is a boss fight, since most of it is just reaching the fight.
Oops.
Yeah, my timing was a little off with these cycles, so yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
There we go. All right.
Ooh, wicked.
If you go really fast here, the dialogue just starts overlapping with each other.
Yeah, there were many times where they would just kind of repeat the same the same dialogue over and over. It's really funny.
Entropy will just keep going. Ooh, so elegant, spiders.
My favorite is ooh, wicked.
Yeah. So the actual fight section here is pretty short, actually. You only have to destroy the 3 sets of these laser beams.
Yeah, it's just kind of sliding across, dodging all these crazy little electric balls that female Entropy is throwing at us. Yeah, by the way, the part of the plot of this game is that there's an alternate version of Entropy who is a girl. And that Entropy, for some reason, is really into. It's not weird at all, I think.
No, everybody's weirded out by it.
Yeah.
Except for Dingodile.
Except for Dingo, he was into it. Yeah, I don't know why.
So that's the boss fight.
That's the boss fight.
It's really short.
Yeah, it's super short. There was supposed to be another phase. I feel like as soon as those two went into the center, there was like one last part, but I think the devs just ran out of time, so they just said, just throw them in there. That'll be fine. We'll explain it later.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So back to Coco.
Back to Coco.
That was the rest of Crash that we're gonna see. Yeah. So this is Food Run. This level is really cool. This is the first level that uses all 4 of the quantum masks at the same time. So we'll be definitely seeing a lot of that.
Yeah, these later hubs really show the true testament of how well adept you are into using all the quantum masks that you picked up throughout the game.
Yeah.
And with all these platforming here too. Very nice box jump.
Yeah.
And this level is one of the first tests of many that you'll see here.
This is also maybe the longest stretch of me using Kapuna 1 normally.
Yeah, no need for time warps there. You like ropes? You like Ika?
You like jazz?
You like jazz?
That's the first thing I thought of when you said that.
I was kind of alluding to that too, yeah.
You can, again, just use the anti-grav to just extend your airtime there.
So now we're going to be using the Lily mask here to...
No, not here.
Oh, sorry.
It's at the end.
Yeah, I got confused with the ending section here, but we will be using another mask that's coming up is Akano. As just a little reminder, that's the purple one that breaks all the reinforced crates here.
Yep. We didn't even mention, Akano breaks reinforced crates. Like, normally you have to use like a body slam for these, but one of the things about his spin is that it's very powerful and breaks reinforced crates.
A lot of things can be overlooked in here just because of how fast that we go. It's kind of hard to
Yeah.
explain everything.
Yeah, the run moves very quickly. And then there I used the momentum from a bounce to just avoid that elevator.
I love that box jump, yeah.
And then here I'm just avoiding all of these like walking panels. And then this doesn't save as much time as it looks, but you can just skip that elevator too.
Yeah.
And then here is where we use Lonnie Loli.
Yeah, this is the section I was referring to. I
Yeah.
got my stage part of the stage confused.
And then you can actually skip this elevator as well. The camera's a bit weird, but you can still finish a level like this.
Okay, I was wondering why that, like, it was like, it looked a bit off more than I'm used to because you
Yeah.
do skip that elevator.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was Food Run. All right. So the next level is Rush Hour. It is quite infamously the longest level in the game because we are going to play as both Dingodile and Tana.
I wish it was
They
just a
both
Dingodile.
have their own sections that are about as long as a full level. So the Dingodile section's got quite a bit going on to it, but when we get to Tana, it will definitely be a nice bit of downtime.
Yeah, big donut time. So
So funny story with these TNT robots, since some of these robots are carrying crates. The TNT robots were in the previous level. And the first time I played this, another Crash runner, Atomical Sloth, was watching. And he said, wouldn't it be so funny if the next level had Nitro bots? And would you look at that? So he willed them into existence.
yeah.
The TNT bots aren't too hard to avoid. The Nitro bots are actually like very scary.
Does this mean I am?
Yeah, Dingo's looking into the future. He sees like his name and on the logos on the restaurant he's trying to make. He's trying to franchise.
Am I a franchise? Could I open a restaurant?
In an airport?
I love that line so much.
So here we're gonna try and do a little corner cut. You can use that crate robot to jump over that bus, and then it saves you having to go around.
Yeah, so, I mean, this section that's coming up here, we're going to be taking the elevator down, and we're just going to kind of be maneuvering around some nitro crates and more of those little robots that you saw. So this right now could be a time for a donation or two.
Hey, you got it. I've got $5 from Happy by 3 who says, somebody just donated, this was a while ago, somebody just donated and mentioned oil painting seeking, so I'm contractually obligated to say, boggle.
Boggle.
Boggle. I've also got $50 from Ivan Riggs who says, shout out to Avant Geek and their lamp painting. Truly remarkable. Thank you for sharing your work.
Yeah, it's a good thing we grabbed that aqua mask there.
Yeah, I always get that mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's one really tight cycle I'm gonna try and catch at the beginning of this Tana section.
I hope it's spicy. And fried.
And fried. I probably missed it. Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, just wait it
Yeah,
out.
if you go quick enough, you can skip that first boss, but otherwise, this is gonna be a lot of rails, so fire off as many donations as you want.
And as many weaves as you can, too.
That too.
Got some time for some messages?
Yep.
Go for it.
Thank you. $30 from Bionic Fraud who says, my reaction to this great crash run? Woo!
That was actually getting better. I like that.
All right, all right.
Oh, whoa. Disappeared. Yeah, you can keep going, Donos.
$25 from Tails Fergo who says, Kylie! Hi. Hope the run's been going well.
Hi, Tails. It's a friend of mine from high school.
The folks are popping up with wheeze. So chat, if you want to join the fun too, let me see those wheeze in your donations. Love to see chat get involved with this. ggq.gg/donate.
Yeah, so just more maneuvering and just kind of dodging all these buses. It's really, this is like the entirety of the Tana section here, so another donation or two couldn't hurt.
I have $100 from T. Hurst III who says, M. Snoopy. And maybe we'll get to see that inflatable Snoopy costume when Snoopy rolls around during the beginning of Silly Block. Folks, remember to apply your donations towards our open incentives, including the Snoopy costume.
Nice, yeah. Nice little swag section right there.
Yeah, you can kind of dance on these rails and just move the analog stick, and that's like the most interesting thing.
Yeah, that's really all that we got going on for this section. So another donation or two.
Just popping up with Wii.
Yeah, the
Wow,
crowd's
look at
loving it.
that.
I mean, like for us, it's like,
working, yeah.
We're thinking in our minds, yeah, this is like Dono Central, but the crowd seems to think otherwise.
Folks in the live audience are popping off with this. Chat, I want to see your Wii's and your donations. Again, gdq.gg/donate, or you can use the Twitch charity tool right on Twitch to make your donation to Doctors Without Borders.
All right, so here we have the traffic jam setup coming up. So no more rails from this point forward with Tana. So sorry, I know you're having your fun.
I actually think they might be done in general. I think that was the last rail section.
That was actually the
last
rail section of the game, yeah. So I never thought it would come to this, that we would get booed live on stage. You know what? Who are we to give away? Take away from the crowd, right?
Yeah. Well, that might be the most entertaining Rush Hour's ever been. So
I agree.
I will give it to the crowd.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for making that a fun level.
Thank you so much for contributing to that. I really appreciate that.
All right, so if you notice the pattern with this hub, we played as 3 of the 4 characters. So the last level is with Cortex. This level is a level that I think just really benefits from that double dash I mentioned. It really makes a lot of this platforming a lot smoother. Oh. Or you could just do that.
Oh, there we go. I think that's the first actual fall death that we've had in a while.
We're just doing it for every charge.
For every... Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful. I love this.
We're going to have to get used to it, I guess.
All right. So...
All right, yeah.
This one is a lot tighter than it looks because if you wait too long, you lose the ability to jump. But if you don't extend it far enough, you just don't get enough distance.
Yeah, it's really, really tight timing there.
All right, so...
More 2D sections here with Cortex.
I'm going to try and do a cycle manip up here, so hopefully we get it.
Yeah.
All right, so if we stay on this side here...
Okay, yeah, there we go.
That last cycle's... Okay, we got the cycle manip. So
nice, cool. All right, so yeah, those blocks, the little platforms in the middle are going to move right as we approach, so we did get the cycle manip.
Yeah, if I had stayed anywhere besides the right edge there, they would have started moving way sooner and we'd have had to wait on them.
Yeah.
Tacoz taught me that yesterday.
I sure did.
Yeah, I kind of took a really long hiatus from Crash 4 until No Oob got made as a category, so there's a lot of stuff I kind of just missed in the years that passed. All right, I'm gonna use this TNT just to get this.
Yeah, no elevator shame.
Yeah, no elevator shame.
It's just starting to sound like not even a sound anymore.
Chat, what's your favorite Nintendo console? I heard Wii U.
Wii U.
I respect it.
So I was like, oh, the contrarian.
All right, so I'm gonna. There's a really funny visual thing I want to do here. So
yeah,
hopefully
let's see if
it.
we get it. I really hope we get this for the crowd watching.
All right, come on. No, I missed it.
Just over.
I missed it.
That's all good.
If you land on one of the moving platforms and finish the level at the same time, Coco will walk into the center and just fly off the screen, which would have been a perfect Wii, but I
really
missed
would
it.
have been. But you know what?
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Unfortunate. We just gotta do the whole level again.
For me to stop.
Just do it all again.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So yeah, just redo the level. Why not? So here we go. Back to reminding myself that there is a plot to this game. Cortex kind of had the realization, wait a minute, why don't I just go back in time to 1996 where all this happened and just prevent Crash from existing? So here he is.
I'm gonna go a little slow here just because this dialogue is too good to skip.
Yeah.
Me on the loose. Identical in appearance. Beady eyes, lips like 2 overripe bananas.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm actually gonna...
Yeah, run it back.
We need to hear the whole thing.
Yeah, we need to hear this.
And we're at the start of the level anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
I was really hoping I was gonna land on the edge and not float down.
Yeah.
There's an imposter me on the loose. identical in appearance. Beady eyes, lips like two overripe bananas, skin like a jaundiced mole rat, a bona fide 10.
Yeah, Cortex thinks very highly of himself, as it seems.
Yeah, so what's going on in this hub is that Crash and Coco followed Cortex to the past to stop him from erasing their existence.
I was expecting a completely different sentence.
What were you expecting? Anyway.
Whenever I hear the phrase "back to the past," I don't know.
So, so they follow Cortex, and the Cortex from 1996 like finds them and assumes that present-day Cortex is an imposter. So now they just spend the entire hub fighting with each other.
And what Kylie did there just now was actually avoid a mass trigger. So we're going to keep this Ika pretty much throughout the rest of the level until we hit another quantum mask checkpoint. So
Yeah,
we're not supposed to have this mask here in this section.
Yeah, the area with the mask removal trigger is just missing an invisible wall on PS4 and PC, and it's patched out on Switch and PS5. But we get to use it, which is cool because this section is a lot nicer when you have Ika Ika.
Perfectly inbounds, by the way, because the any percent version actually skips this entire room.
Yeah, so yeah, we would normally dodge this entire room in any percent, and so I mentioned at the beginning of the run that there was one level where we had to make like a specific rule for what was inbounds. It's this level and it's this room. We decided that as long as you stay within like the edge of this like toxic waterfall, you are inbounds. What the?
Oh, drop jump, I guess.
I'm like
We kept the mask at least, though.
I'm not surprised by the death. I definitely misspaced that. I'm more surprised that there was a kill trigger there as opposed to not just falling into the water. Water in quotation marks.
But yeah, as we were pointing out earlier, yeah, like imagine having to do this entire section without the gravity mask. It really is like a bit
I've done it on PS5. It's not fun.
Oof, I am sorry.
At least not compared to this.
Yeah. All right, dialogue here. Let's see if we can catch it.
Please listen to me.
I guess it just ends there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, the triggers there are weird for the whole dialogue. All right, no more Ika Ika here, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh, there is more time warp. So.
Yes, King Crimson. Yeah, this section is very tricky to do, especially like with time warping. Like we're just kind of making our way, just speeding through all those slime dudes and the roaches.
Making our way downtown.
Walking fast.
Pace as fast as we roll by.
That was good.
Also, apparently Cortex hates ducks. Like, I don't.
Yeah, why does he have a no duck sign?
All right, so the next level is Toxic Tunnels. I kind of view the last two levels in this game as a pair. Toxic Tunnels is the level that tests your knowledge of platforming just with Crash and Coco because there are no quantum masks in this level.
Why did you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, barely missed that
I
cycle.
tried to get over the minecart, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Just run behind it.
This all could have been different.
Yeah, so this is modern Cortex regretting his decisions and being like, oh, why didn't I just do Willy Wombat instead?
Yeah.
And, you know,
Willy Wombat, for those who don't know, was the working name for Crash Bandicoot when Naughty Dog was making the first game. There's a really cool skip you can do here to skip the multicolored jump path. And it's not useful in any category because there are crates in there.
Yeah.
So you have to do it anyway in the completion ones. All right, this cycle's a little off. So.
yeah, let's refresh it there. There you go.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta know when to not go for a cycle.
Yeah, so again, like Kylie said, like there are no quantum masks, so this is all just platform knowledge and just knowing, making good use of your coyote timing, sliding off and timing your jumps as precise as you can just to catch cycles. And those shock bugs have very deceptive hitboxes. A lot of enemies in this level have very deceptive hitboxes, and there's gonna be an enemy coming up, as you'll see. They're like these bats that they like fly left and right, and they are very obnoxious.
They're very terrifying on a pace.
Yeah, on like a world record pace run, you want to avoid these things at all costs.
Yeah, like, I don't even know how I hit that.
Yeah, you know, luck, I guess.
Yeah, also, it doesn't matter because I don't have a mask, but these minecarts do auto-kill you, even if you have a mask. And once again, Cortex just hates ducks. I don't know why. I don't know what a duck did to him, but... They start adding fire to these platforms, which I think they did earlier, but we kind of just ignore all of it.
Really cool perspective shot right here. Oh, well, I mean, guys, we're just not going to see it. But it's like if you see you can actually see Cortex Castle in view as you're approaching it. Also, one of my favorite lines from Cortex here, saying like stuff he has to prove himself.
Change the password to my diary. This brute's been sleuthing.
Yeah. So it was, how does past Cortex know about like current Cortex's info? It was like, I wonder.
All right. And cute little box jump there.
And these are the bats I was alluding to earlier.
Yeah. The last checkpoint is very far back, so if you die to those bats, it is the worst feeling.
It's very bad, yeah.
All right, so there is one more level before the final boss. It is Cortex Castle. If you've played this game casually, you're probably thinking, oh, I died here like 50 times. If it makes you feel better, I also died 50 times the first time I played this game.
Likewise.
Yeah, so this level is the polar opposite of Toxic Tunnels. It has all 4 quantum masks, and it tests your ability to use them like rapid fire. Also trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Even in 1996, Cortex was an ally.
He was ahead of the curve.
What an ally.
Last bit of time warp coming up here. Oh, that was scary.
That was very intimidating. Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Yeah, very good section there.
I dropped it a little early here just because I'm not going to use it here.
Yeah.
So.
And one more for good measure.
That one's like right up in the center. It's great.
Really love that you could change the signage in this game so we could
Yeah.
display that out for everyone to see.
All right, so there's one mask right here. I'm going to try my hardest to keep this mask.
This is very important.
I'm no fraud. I'm from the future. You must listen to me. Embryo, do you not recognize your own?
Sorry, that was the Jordy slide. Once again, shout out to Jordy.
No, Embryo. I am.
Again, amazing dialogue from Cortex arguing with himself and Brio walking in being like, what's happening?
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Quit struggling. Don't make me.
Yeah, so this is the section that everybody remembers from this level.
All right, time to lock in.
Forget it. There, that'll shut me up.
Use the mask here, so we just don't have to wait on the TNTs. Nice.
And there we go. That's Cortex Castle.
That's one of those
done.
things that never leaves you, but doing it in front of 30,000 people is terrifying.
Yeah, so very important we kept that mask there because it saves 15 seconds to use the damage abuse through those pink gates rather than waiting for the platform to kind of just move slowly along, so we just advance forward.
So this is the final boss. Cortex turns the tables on us. Also, the signs are cut off in the background and now they just say rights.
The message is clear.
Yeah, so there's multiple phases to this. He's going to use one quantum mask in each phase. Rights. Some of them are also mirrored, which is very funny.
Oh yeah, that says...
I'm not even going to try and pronounce it.
Yeah, I wouldn't try.
Yeah. So, yeah. Each phase is based around a mask in question.
Shoot-o-matic! Shoot!
And these shoot-o-matic little pop-up things that come up, they're RNG based. They can shoot up instantly, or they can kind of troll you a bit and just take its sweet time for the
Ran GH.
Ran GH, yeah.
Yeah, so while we're getting through these phases, I just wanted to say, if you really liked this run and you're interested in trying it, we do have a Discord server for all of the like remake era Crash games. So the Insane Trilogy, Nitro Fueled, Crash 4. You can find a link to it on any of those games pages on speedrun.com. The community is super friendly and welcoming and just willing to help anybody who wants to try. And then if you liked my commentary or my gameplay and you want to watch more of me, you can always find me at twitch.tv KylieKyubi. I stream most days of the week. I also make videos on YouTube about the Crash Bandicoot series. I haven't made one this year, so I've been kind of dropping the ball, but I plan on going back to it. It's KylieKyubi with a second I because I couldn't get KylieKyubi. Tacoz, did you want to plug yourself?
Yeah, might as well. Before I do, this is going to be the very last important thing. So the Kapunawa section here, we're going to have to go into this platform, and there's going to be 2 platforms that are very, very far apart from each other, but if we just time our coyote time, slide, spin, jump just right, we can catch it. So let's see if we get it.
Cower before stop that.
Yeah, we got it. Cool.
All right. And then I wait here because...
Yeah, to spawn him.
Yeah,
nice.
The enemy spawns depending
So
on...
now we can do the plug. All right, so yeah, again, if all the lovely folks at GDQ...
there's going to be 3 more scientists, or 4 more that I hit. Time ends on the last hit.
It'll be on the last hit as it spins into Cortex. That'll be time called. But once again, yeah, I've been Tacoz. You can catch me twitch.tv/crispytacos. I stream sometimes when I can. But other than that, yeah, this is... we'll just count it down. So 1, 2, 3, and on the last scientist. And time!
Oh, I skipped the by accident.
Not like this.
I think I can find it in the cutscene viewer, so we can let that play during the...
It's fine. I think we got the point across. Well, yeah, we unlocked triple spin, which would be a cool movement tech if we unlocked it at the beginning of the game.
I think it's gallery.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Play the final cinematic.
Yeah, just while we're going. So 129.38.
That's a really good time considering the estimate. Yeah.
RTA, my PB is a 129 something. I don't know if it's a PB just because my PC probably has slightly slower loads, but overall that was a very good run. Yeah. Only a few levels went really badly. I have a couple shoutouts that I wrote down because I would forget them if I didn't.
Yeah, go for it.
First off, thank you to GDQ for letting me do this run. Crash 4 is a game that is very pivotal both to my growth as a speedrunner and a streamer. It was kind of the game that helped me grow a community, and I'm very happy to be back to it. I love this game immensely. Thank you to Tacoz for commentating. You've been one of my best friends since we met each other through this game.
Yeah.
Thank you to the entire PlayStation Nation who is in the crowd watching. You guys are awesome. I want to shout out a bunch of my friends from the PlayStation Nation who weren't here today, but I love them all immensely. Shout outs to Violin, Marathon Man, Big Chickinator, Lexi, Merkaz, Crody, Tet, White Paws, and Dylan J. Fox. Shout outs to my own stream community. You guys are wonderful. You're the reason I keep doing this. I am so blessed to have one of the nicest, just supportive communities ever. And most importantly, shout outs to my girlfriend, Elfie. She is my rock, my biggest supporter. I love you so much, and I am just looking forward to spending my life with you.
Give a clap. Everyone give a clap. Round of applause for KylieKyubi.
Yep, and that was Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. Any percent, no oob. I hope you all really enjoyed it, and I hope you all really enjoy the rest of the marathon.
Yeah, a couple of shout outs on my end before we cut real quick. Shout outs to, again, Speedrun community, GDQ, you guys have been awesome. Of course, I got to shout out the family. And Tough Metal Sheep, thank you again. If it wasn't for you, I would not be here commentating. So, again, appreciate you.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, everyone.